Welcome to Choppin It with Bhuda T. I am the Lord of the Entire. Welcome to yet another episode of Choppin It, shot at High Grounds Boulevard in Ilovo. Shout out to them for the space. I know you see we are in a new, beautiful, refreshing accommodation. High Grounds Boulevard, members only. That's where you can get your greenery, get your eatery. It's a fire spot. Pull up on us. Get your membership at www.highgroundsboulevard.com. Let's do business. Okay, never mind. It's crazy that the answers nobody had I found when searching for myself. Let's toast to victory. Pick up your glass, show me love for once. Let's toast to victory. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to Chopping It with Bhuda T. I am your Lord and Savior, the Buddha himself, the Lord of all of and all over. Bangazga, I've been all over. Lord of the fit, Lord of the babies, Lord of the light-skinned baby daddies. The shade game used to be the verdict. I haven't hit the shade game in ages. I don't know what is happening with me. I did say Lord of the light-skinned baby daddies, man. I did let them know that. Okay, so this is our, fourth episode of season 4, 2025 with the beautiful South African songbird of the year, Nanette, ladies and gentlemen!
Oh, thank you. Thank you for that lovely intro.
Not an award-winning.
Ooh, I am, Actually, I am. Yes, I've won an award. I've won Best Newcomer at the ASEA Awards in 2021 or 2022. Yes.
Yeah, I should have said the award-winning
Yeah.
songbird of the nation.
Come on with
It
it.
feels like you're right now, the favorite voice
Do you
of
think so?
the culture.
I love that.
It feels like they run to you when they need, the soothing.
I'm honored. Run to me. Ooh. Run to me. I'm honored.
Shit, those vocals were serious. And you're just playing.
Yeah.
How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing well. I don't think I've seen you in a professional setting.
Like in this type
It's
of
Chopping It professional.
Yeah, this is so professional. I'm nervous. Kashika, I'm
nervous, a
rather
little,
nervous. Yes.
You're making me nervous.
This is something I sit and watch. This is a show I watch on, in my spare time, and now I'm on here. I can't mess it up.
Say hi to mommy at home. That's your camera
Hi,
right
Mom.
there.
Hi, Dad. Hi to my siblings, everybody in my family. I'm on Chopping It with Bhuda T.
Wee-wee!
What it do?
How are you? How's your life?
I'm good. Life is so good right now. Life is great. Just dropped songs, just got nominated for a Metro.
Ooh.
Gimuhle,
Every day also.
Like day in, day out.
Akazazi uba muhle every day.
Kuyakhathaza, no lie, Sometimes you want to slack a little, but then fanele uzibambe. Get yourself together again.
Because also you were doing makeup, but it's like, I can barely tell.
That's why it takes longer.
To make it look like your real face?
Yeah, you got to make it give natural. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh shit, that's fine.
Me and a YouTube tutorial go like this.
You're a YouTube tutorial girl?
Yes. YouTube,
Don't tell
TikTok.
me you learn how to sing off YouTube tutorials also.
Funny enough, I used to.
Oh my goodness. Why did I have a feeling that was...
Pella, before we could afford vocal coaches and all of that stuff, I would just find any sort of warm-ups or any tricks on YouTube. I feel like you can find anything on YouTube.
Yeah, probably everything on YouTube. I need to do the vocal tutorials. What do they do for tutorials? What do you have to do to be able to just play with the vocals like that?
There's different things, There's amarans, and then there's lip trills,
So what's...
Finger's gonna make me do lip trills on the... There's a whole bunch of stuff.
Singing though, the lip
to
stuff.
open your mouth, when you sing, or when you speak, even you have to vula umlomo. Yeah, you have to get the words out.
Okay, so let's do a quick
singing
tutorial.
Is very
How long do you do it for?
Depends, like however long you can hold it for.
Okay, let's do one right now.
What you want to do a vocal
Like
warm
a
up?
quick warm up.
Okay.
For the chop.
Let me do one that I've.
Mhm. So you have to hit the notes during the. So.
Hey, you hit it though. You hit it.
That's what I'm supposed to do.
Yeah.
Okay, and
but then like don't you gotta sing with this is so like your diaphragm, not with your. Don't sing
I'm
here.
a throat vocal.
You're gonna hurt your throat. Consistency.
I don't know how to sing from the. How do you?
Your support is here, but like we're getting into like the
Yeah,
nitty gritty of singing.
To school us. You're a singer.
Hell
A
yeah.
successful one.
Real. And I actually can sing live.
Yeah, you just
No
kind of
shade.
did it right now.
Yeah.
Wait, so what does that mean?
What? This?
Yeah.
This is your.
How does it come from here?
Your diaphragm. So your breath. If you think about it, like when you breathe in really deeply, like your stomach feels it. So there in like that muscle there underneath.
Okay.
That's
but how do you
where
sing from
your
there?
strength. Push the air up. Huh? I'll teach you. This is like a full on episode on its own. We'll have a lesson. Yeah.
Okay. Cool. Okay, that's fine. Okay, let's start with where your story starts. Where does that start? How do you even get here?
To like Joburg and stuff, ne? My story starts in Durban. I am from Sydenham, Durban. Shout out to the Nums.
From who?
Sydenham.
Where is that? I've never
You don't know
heard
where
of
Sydenham is.
Sydenham.
You can't say you're from
love.
like AKZN and you don't know where Sydenham is.
Yes, Sydenham.
Sydenham is the gully, the Nums, man. Like it's do you know where Overport is or where?
Yeah, I know Overport.
So think like Overport Springs, Westville, somewhere nestled there is Sydenham. It's where Black is from as well.
Is this?
Yeah.
Has he ever said that? I don't think I've ever heard him say that.
Yeah. We
He
rep
didn't
where
say it
we
on
from.
The chop.
Well, I mean, he literally just shot his newest video there, so yeah.
This still is for you. I saw he had the Porsches out there.
Exactly, in the hood, in the Nims.
The Nims.
Yeah.
That's the Sydenham slang.
And I used
Why
to
does
like.
that sound like a colored area?
Because it is.
It is, ne?
Yeah, like I don't know, like it's very diverse, but yeah, a lot of brainos.
Are you a braino?
No.
That's an appropriate question, right?
Is that politically correct?
Hey.
Well, technically I'm Xhosa, but my dad's mom was colored. Yeah.
Your dad's mom.
Yeah.
So your grandmom's is colored.
Yeah, she was. She's late. But yeah. And then shout out to her. And then on his dad's side, his dad was Xhosa. My mom is Zulu. So yeah, a beautiful little mix going on there.
So your dad is, what does that make your dad? Is he colored?
He's Xhosa. He identifies as Xhosa.
What does he look like?
Nah, come on, man.
Does he look like a black man? Shit, is that appropriate? I don't know what the boundaries are here. No, I mean, does he look like you?
I do look a lot like my father, yes.
So he looks, because you look colored.
Mm-hmm.
So he's a colored black man.
I mean, I can't speak for him. He just always he always raised me to know that we are closer, you know.
Okay,
we are closer. Yeah, he takes after what he believes you are what your father is. His father was closer, so we're closer, but we are also very like tapped into our colored heritage.
Yeah.
But yeah,
because you kind of give off colored.
I'm the Rainbow Nation.
You're the whole thing.
Everything.
Okay, so you grew up in the Nims?
Yeah, I grew up in the Nims.
As a colored girl or as a black girl?
As a black girl with an insanely good colored accent.
Yeah, because it's kind of coming off even right now.
Yeah, like when I go back home, this is how I actually speak. So when I moved to high school, I had to change my accent because like I went to a posh high school and, you know, they didn't understand.
You couldn't hit the colored way?
Like it's that thing of the Durban colored accent is not the same as like the Cape colored accent, for instance. So when I moved to the Eastern Cape in high school, like it was very weird to adjust with my accents because it's like, yo, where are you from?
They didn't
are you
like
from
it.
Durban? I don't know if they didn't like it, but I just didn't I personally didn't like the constant like, oh, where are you from? Why do you talk like that? You know, and it's just like to me it's normal. I pronounce my T's like this, yeah, what? Pronounce my R's like that, they were,
You
you
heard
know.
Cam also when he has a very strong one. Cam, say some shit.
You see, you're gonna put him on the spot now. But yeah, like if I go home, like you must catch me when I'm at home properly.
So when you hide your colored accent, then which one do you use? You have
Hey,
a posh English one,
Kesana.
or you hit the closer one.
I told you, Zingandi Rainbow Nation. I just feel like I don't know, like growing up, I grew up with like people being very confused about what I was. And because I had such a diverse family, I just decided, you know, all of these different cultures mean something to me.
Just tap
And
into all of it.
yeah, because everything makes up who I am, you know. And
Which is kind of why I'm
yeah.
interrogating you about it, because it's like, Nanette kahle kahle isini.
But I'm Xhosa. Nizeniyazi
Yeah,
banding Xhosa. Yeah.
that's where you sit.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's how you identify. It is 2025. People identify. They identify as a closer woman who grew up in Durban.
Yes.
But there's closer people in Durban, I guess.
Yeah, there are. I mean, if we go into the history of Xhosa people and Zulu people, we were one tribe at some point, but that's history.
We were, no?
Yeah, yeah.
Do you have a...
So, like, my clan name is Utugela, and our clan back then, in whatever days, basically crossed the Tugela River and left the Zulu tribe that they were staying with.
abandoned us?
And we were taken refuge by the Xhosa kingdom. So that's how we ended up becoming Xhosas.
You
So
sound like you know your history very well.
I love my history.
Is it?
Yes.
Always did?
Yeah, I was like one of the top history students in my school.
Okay.
I love history.
How was school for you?
School was interesting, bit interesting. I like at some points I felt like I was a weirdo. I just felt
A
like I was a
weirdo.
weirdo. Yeah, in primary school I was very naughty. Like I was very naughty in primary school, but I also just
Naughty
think,
how? Like...
oh, like for instance, yo, people are gonna. We listen, we don't
Bazokujudge,
judge.
eh?
We
Come on,
listen, we don't
guys.
judge.
Yeah.
Sibadala gabi, nani indaba zenu, money's keeper. We don't judge. But anyway, in grade 4, I got really angry at my grade and I stood on the field and I swore at everybody.
What?
Now imagine like we're planning my favorite teacher's birthday party. Let me explain the context because I feel like
Yeah,
to this day
'cause-
I wasn't wrong. But I think just because I was young, they didn't expect such passion and rage and vocabulary from a grade 4 year, you know?
By vocabulary,
But
you're
also I'm
referring
from
to
the
swear
NIMS, so
words.
yes. But also I'm from the NIMS, so what do you expect? Like,
Uh-huh.
but anyway, so we're planning a birthday party for my favorite teacher who was also retiring at the time. Sharp, I don't even remember what went wrong or what these people did, but somewhere in between they messed up a plan. And I think I was also just a crash out kid, probably. But anyway,
Sounds like
I
it.
stood on the field and I was like, hey, Ashley, beep all of y'all. Yo, you did. I don't know. Yeah.
You have to tell us the swear words.
No.
This is a 18 R show, so it's fine.
I've become
I
a
want to
better
know what the
person
kid
now.
said, though.
If all of y'all at the top of my lungs
At school.
at school.
What were you so mad at that you... Okay, wait, were you swearing at home also?
No,
Was it like at
no,
home it was
no, no. Like at home in the house,
Yeah.
never. My granny is so strict. No, never.
So where did you get the
Never.
bravery to go do it at school? That actually reminds me, I think when I was in...
I told you, I was a naughty child. Like I was, you know.
When I was in grade 6, I think because that's when the hip hop was like kicking in. And you know how, obviously, when you have the music on CD, you have all the swear words, but then when you watch it on TV, you know they censor it. So I had
Yeah.
an idea of censorship. And there was something, I don't know what was going on in class, and I was like, oh, that's bull. And I felt like, because I wasn't saying shit, I felt like...
You weren't gonna get in
I felt
trouble.
like I was censored.
Real.
Bro, my teacher lost it. She's like, don't ever... What? Don't talk like that. I was like, but I didn't say...
I didn't say anything.
Yeah.
Like,
But when I grew up, I was like, oh, people actually do say that's bull without saying the shit. So it's
Yeah.
still as flagrant. How much trouble did you get into for swearing at everybody?
I actually don't remember getting into that much trouble, but I do feel like after that there were a few teachers who didn't like me, which I understand because what an unruly child, whatever. Look at me now, baby. But I feel like I was a smart kid in school,
Yeah.
so it was very hard to like completely,
Write you off.
write me off because technically I'm only gonna be rebellious like once every 6 months.
Yeah, but once every 6 months count. Were you
Yeah.
unruly all the way through?
No, no. I think like my last stint, like when I calmed down, I think I once had an argument with a teacher because she wouldn't let me wear my rosary because it was different colors. But I was like, I argued that she's, infringing on my rights because this is
Yeah.
part of my religion and I'm not going to take it off during class. I knew full well I wasn't supposed to be wearing that rosary in class. Like it
Yeah.
was literally pink, yellow, green, blue, every other
It's all the
color.
history in your head. Made
I
you
just
feel
like I used it. And then yeah, I was pretty chilled until I got to boarding school in high school. Met my match there again, ish.
What does that mean? Met your match.
Like there was a matron there who sometimes me and her would tussle, but I love her. Shout out to her. I won't say her name, but yeah. But anyway, then what happened? Then I became a cool kid some points in high school. So then I was like, let me just chill and be,
And you didn't feel the need to fight.
nah.
So
At that
being
point, I
cool is
was
what made
chilled.
you chill.
I feel like I was always chilled, but I was just, passionate. To me, these are actions of passion.
You think he's slick, man?
What do you mean?
The wordplay is like
This is
I
where the
was chilled but
songwriting comes.
passionate. Like
This
what
is
the hell
this
is
is where
that?
the songwriting comes in. Sorry.
That's fire.
Mm.
So history, English as well.
Mhm.
That's where you get your writing from.
Yeah, and I had a teacher. A lot of my artistic like growth actually starts in school. Like if I think about it, I had a teacher in grade 5 who would make me like write a whole bunch of English literature like after school. Outside of the homework that I'd get, she would make sure like I was writing either a story or an essay or a poem or 3 poems per week, and I'd have to like either read it to her and she'd mark it outside of class. And if I wrote something really good, she read it to the class. So the one time I wrote something really good and she read it to the class, and then like from there she was like, you need to really stick to your writing because you have a gift. And from there I never stopped writing.
Shit, that's fire. But how does she pick you for that?
I don't know. I think it was a thing of like just reading my papers. Like when you're in school and you write papers, and then she would always be like, "What? How are
She
you
picked
writing at
up
this
that
level?" Yeah.
oh the pen is
Yeah, but I grew up alone. Like my granny was a nurse, so she spent a lot of her time working. So I was like in the house alone all the time. So all I did was like read. Like from a very young age, I just
you're a book
read.
nerd.
But actually, now let me own that shit. Hell yeah.
Yeah, come on.
Yeah, I'm a nerd. Like
Being a book nerd is kind of cool.
I'm a nerd. Yes, yes, yes.
It's like fire. You
Fire.
like book nerds, Big Dog? That's your spec. Or you like being one? Oh, sorry. My man.
No
Okay.
problem. Mm-hmm.
Shit, that's so then you just become a writer from there?
Yeah, from there I just like was writing, and then I took an interest in theater. And when I got into theater, that's when like I realized, okay, maybe I really can like act. Um, in theater, I would also like write plays and stuff for my boarding school, and then I would do like plays for the province and all of that stuff. From there, I started doing musicals, and people would like notice that I have a really nice voice. And then everyone would tell me, you should really, pursue music. And I was like, nah, music,
It wasn't your thing?
no. Like I've always loved music, but to go into the music industry, I always like,
Yeah.
nah, that's not for me. Like I'd rather do acting. Like if I was to do, I always told myself, if I'm gonna do music, it's gonna be by means of theater.
Yeah.
Yeah, like singing on a theater stage. Yeah.
So you like a high school musical lead role girl?
Give me
That was
something
your
more
life.
upper echelon, not high school musical.
I'm not
I'm 24
I'm
years
not
old.
well versed in the musicals. Who's got a better musical? You guys know a better what's a
Well,
better
my dream musical that I want to star in is Chicago.
which is what?
You don't know Chicago?
I just said I'm not well versed in
I
I don't know what that is. Was
Okay,
that
they made it
supposed to help me?
into that's like
Don't
it's a
know.
popular song. It's also
You
a
didn't
movie.
even sing the song.
It's a
You just
popular movie with like Catherine Zeta-Jones and Rachel Zegler.
the movie Chicago.
Yeah, so it's based off
Wasn't that
of
done by
a Broadway musical.
wasn't that done by who's the nigga? Wasn't that directed by If you know it so well, help me out.
I know
Who's
you're
the
gonna get it wrong, so I'm waiting to see which
come on,
nigga
who's the
this
nigga?
is.
Spike Lee? Didn't he do the Chicago?
The movie.
Oh, he did Chirac, ne? And that was a musical also, ne? But it was terrible, though, wasn't it? It felt
Wow.
very, it felt very like watered down, kind of. So,
Yeah.
so Chirac and Chicago is not the same thing.
Two different
You
things.
see how far I am from the
Yeah.
musicals?
But that's my world. I'm just a weird.
You're like a girly girl.
No,
Isn't musicals girly girl stuff?
not really.
Not really.
I can play a mean man. Just give me a nice accent.
You can play a what?
A mean man.
A mean man.
Yeah, like a lekker chap.
Like acting wise.
Yeah, bro.
I doubt it.
If you want me to be from Nasna, I can be from Nasna, chap.
Your accent level is.
Yeah.
You can go all over the place with it, no?
Don't worry about it.
So you do theater like throughout your high school? You said on a provincial level.
Yeah, so we had like our school was so hectic about it. So we traveled to East London, and then they eventually also took that play to the National Arts Festival in Grahamstown, but I couldn't go to the National Arts Fest. But yeah, we did a play called The Edge of Her Earth. I hope I'm getting it right. And yeah, we learned like how to make puppets and all of that stuff. Like I was deep into the theater thing.
Yeah.
I'd go from like school straight to school to rehearsals till like 1 a.m., 2 a.m., sleep for a couple hours, wake up at school, ask the teachers in first period to pass out during that lesson so that I don't pass out during the rest of the day. And then, but it wasn't just me who was doing this. This was like just, them giving us grace.
Yeah.
But I think, my school life, and because I was practicing art at such a high level, like at such a high discipline in school already, I think maybe that's why I ended up just jumping into music and seeing what it would be like, because I felt like I already had the discipline to do something like an art.
Yeah.
I just never saw myself doing it.
You're already living it. It sounds like.
Yeah.
Like fully.
Yeah.
So then what pushes you to jump in? If you initially, when everyone was saying, oh, you should, and you were like, no. What makes you actually then cross over? That means you were camping the whole time. You just liked saying, nah.
Not even. I think I started posting like covers and stuff, and then I saw the reaction that people
are you posting the covers?
Because when more than one person tells you something, you end up thinking, okay, then surely a part of it must be true, especially if you don't hate what they're saying you should do. Like I didn't hate music. I love music, and it was just that like personal fear of I've never seen myself as a musician specifically, so I don't think I would, thrive in a context where I'm writing songs and, being a musician. But I knew I could write, I knew I could sing, and I was like, okay, I mean, I guess it wouldn't be bad to be a star or whatever.
Like, I guess I'll just bless South Africa.
Let me just
why not
become the most amazing R&B
artist.
artist.
So you do the covers and the covers take off?
Yeah, the covers take off. Eventually, I'm in Joburg now. I leave high school, I come to Joburg, and I get spotted by VG Vigilante from Universal.
Okay, yeah. Shout out VG.
Long story short, VG signs me to UMG. We drop Bad Weather.
Yeah.
Yeah, my debut album.
With like what was
Peak
that? 9
Lockdown.
songs?
Yeah, 9 songs. Peak Lockdown. No clear.
9?
Hey?
Why 9?
I wanted an odd number, and also the label was like, it can't be too long. Like that thing of you can't have a 14-track album and you're just starting.
I guess.
Yeah, and because I was already like kind of pushing it, I had no prior studio single that I released. I was just starting with an album.
You went straight to album?
Yeah, why not?
Sheesh.
Yeah.
Yeah, but also, what is the R&B come up trajectory? Like, how does R&B work?
I don't
Cause like
know.
with rappers, it's like okay, gotta bust out the freestyles
Uh,
but I guess the
and the
covers is the R and
mixtapes.
B nigga shit, right? You
Yeah, I
hit a
feel
couple
like
covers and then
yeah, I feel like first you let the people know you've got a voice.
sorry guys, I'm ill, so excuse me.
Uyanhlinhlitha la
First,
eduze kwami.
ngiyayishonela first.
Unkunxese.
Ngiyaxolisa.
No problem. But we'll be right. We'll be
Sihlala
right.
ethembeni.
Hallelujah.
Mm.
What was I even saying?
Something about going straight to the album and
Oh
how that works.
yes. Yeah, I feel like in R&B first you've got to show the people you've got a voice. Then they gravitate towards that or they don't. They like that or they don't. But then you've got to move on to, I think a lot of people do like singles, like a single here, Taste the Waters, another single there.
Yeah.
But I really kind of played it backwards. I really felt like I had a story to tell. And because I come from that writer background, to me, I just always wanted to push a story. So I was like, it doesn't make sense for me to drop one single with, no
Yeah.
clear narrative. Let me just tell the people who I am with a whole album.
So from the covers,
Hmm.
are you already writing your own music while doing the covers?
Yeah. At
So
that
how do you
point,
start the writing? You just got in there.
yeah, because I mean, at that time I was writing more poetry, and then a lot of bad weather comes from poems, like things that were poems, and then I turn them into songs.
Oh, you're
Yeah.
cheating.
What do you mean cheating?
So you're not writing songs, you're just writing poems and then but I guess songs are poems, ne?
Literally, it's all prose. It's under prose.
Okay.
Yeah.
Artsy fartsy.
Nabo Kendrick Mos Nabo. They write
Yeah.
poems, kube yi,
And then he oh, okay.
Next
So
thing
you're a
Pulitzer.
Kendrick girl?
Yeah. Let me not lie. I won't lie. I won't lie. Let me tell the truth. Let me tell the truth.
Did you just cap then?
Hold on.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie. I've never been like a huge fan of Kendrick, but with the later years, I've come to appreciate his craft more because I think I've made more friends who sort of like push the Kendrick narrative, like, bro, now
Yeah.
you have to listen to him. And then after I saw him perform through people's phones, I wasn't there. But after I saw him perform through people's phones at A Neighbor, I was like, yeah,
He is incredible.
he's
Though. And
Himsky.
his pen is very like
Very creative, very artistic.
yeah. When I was like focusing on writing specifically, like music, he's one of the people that well, both him and Drizzy, but it's
Yeah.
like because he has a very like narrative style to
Yeah.
his pen. So it's like shit, this guy is actually out of here. Who are
For
your
real.
writer inspirations, if you have any?
My writer inspirations. Well, okay, if we think about actual writers, it's Chimamanda Ngozi Adichie.
Who?
Chimamanda Ngozi Adichie.
Who's that?
Chumi.
Don't just listen and don't judge.
Okay, no problem. So, she's a Nigerian author who writes a lot about feminism, but not necessarily feminism, more like the realities of like the post-modern Nigerian community.
Okay.
Yeah. And what it's like for them, but from a female perspective.
So what is
so
that?
she became
Books, blogs, or
books.
books?
Yeah, books
Oh,
and
okay.
poetry. She does books and poetry.
Okay.
So she became popular because Beyonce featured her on Flawless. Like in the beginning of Flawless, if you've listened to Flawless, there's like this moment where there's a woman talking. We tell girls that they should be, and yes, verbatim,
I'm
galok.
not a Beyonce nigga, but I hear you.
He culture lenders. This is for the culture. Namanzi yo Kendrick nigga, but yes, culture.
Yeah, Beyonce and ngiyamazi.
But yeah,
Flawless ne-intro yakhona,
who else would I say I look up to writing wise? Mariah Carey. Mariah
Mariah has a
Carey.
fire pen.
What?
Wait, was she penning herself?
Yes. She was penning herself so much. Like if a label would bring her a writer, you're actually shading her.
Is
Like,
it?
are you telling me I can't write? Oh, my queen is like, she want to do it herself. She vocal
Shit, Mariah, with all
produces
those
as
hits,
well.
was penning herself.
She was vocal producing herself as well and producing on her own songs as well. A lot of her own music
with
is
the gold high notes, man.
like
It is the gold
love
high note,
Mariah.
man.
Yeah.
Is it her or Whitney?
It's Mariah.
Mariah, ne?
Wait, with high notes or just in general? Are you asking me?
Yeah, I'm asking you. You the R&B girl.
Okay. High note wise, it's Mariah. Mariah has the whistle tone, so
yeah. Because when she hits that,
but I still respect Whitney so much because Whitney could also sing there.
yeah.
Even though she wasn't naturally comfortable there.
It's one of them.
Yeah.
Okay.
But yeah, let's say Mariah Carey.
Who's the R&B goat? Since you're here, I don't think we sit enough with R&B people. Since you're here, you
R&B
give us
where?
the top 5
Where?
R&B goats.
Emhlabeni.
Yeah, and locally.
I can give you my top 5.
You cannot give us anyone else's.
Locally as well. As well as okay.
Uyabasaba?
No, I'm not that ngiyabasaba. Dear diplomat, I love everyone. I feel like the space in SA is so small. The space is angisab umuntu ke shame.
Most in the space is done. Then.
No, angimincanga per se. The space is so small in the sense that we can't even make our list shame. Like we're all good in our own respect. So let people do what they want to do. But I'm not scared of everyone.
All of y'all.
I'm not scared. No, that's not what I'm saying. Let's get that clear.
Okay. Oh, so you are better than them.
Zinc.
Mina ngifuna ukuzwa wena uthini.
Asiqale ngale list. Yeah, international.
Yasemhlabeni.
Yeah, emhlabeni. Top 5 R&B. Number 5. Yo, Betuna, this is hard. And that's why I'm saying this is very hard. I'm trying not to forget people. Mary J. Blige, for
number
me.
5.
Number 5.
Okay, yeah, Mary J.
Number 4. This is my top 5, guys. And my Nazi xa nihleli kwi-comments nimane nisithi, how dare you put ngeyam. Mary J. Blige. Number 4, I'm saying Aaliyah. Number 3, I'm saying my Aretha Franklin. Number 2, I'm saying number 2, I'm saying this is hey. No, I'm racking my brain which one I'm gonna choose. I'm saying Whitney number 2.
Ooh.
Number 1.
That's a solid 5.
Number 1, this is my list. My list. Number 1 will always be Janet Jackson. That is what I'm saying.
Shit, Janet Jackson is more goat than them other niggas you just named.
In my eyes, yes. Mariah probably should have been on my top 5. Honorable mention, Tamia.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So both honorable mentions, Mariah and Tamia.
Yeah.
Shit, Janet is like that.
Oh my gosh. What I'm looking at also, I'm looking at influence, I'm looking at style, I'm looking at legacy. And even though the girls and the gays and the days and everybody doesn't necessarily give Janet the props, the girls, the gays, the days, and everybody else, you know?
Okay.
We're the world. We are the world. We are the children. We are the ones who make a brighter day.
Dion.
I'm trying Michael. But
you're trying Michael?
Yeah, because it's his song.
Yeah.
So let's not give in. That's not Celine.
That's more Michael.
Yeah.
Hit the Michael again.
We are the ones.
Higher.
We are the children.
He was the lead of that joint, no? Was it his joint or was it the... It was a...
Yeah.
Because it was a message song.
It was I think the UN. One of those people.
Like that,
yeah.
Who's on the pen out there? It's the goat, no? Quincy, no?
It's Quincy on production and yeah.
So no R. Kelly on your top 5? Also, it's just girls in your top 5 R&B. So the niggas don't do it.
They do, but like
They're not like that.
Shame, they're
Like
not in
that.
my top five, but personally, my like male R&B goat is Asha. That's who I really,
Come
really,
on.
really like.
Come on, let's be fair.
Yeah, yeah, Asha. I would say that's my king of R&B.
Oh, breezy. You're not a breezy lady.
Hey,
You're not a breezy lady. Why?
I want to
Because you got
talent
cancelled.
wethu. I want to have their talent, but and see your target market.
Is it?
Yeah.
Never been. Even when he was young and
Surprisingly,
running,
no.
running, you were
Surprisingly,
never.
no. Like surprising. Like for instance, my favorite Chris Brown song was always "New Flame" because Asha was on it.
Yeah, yeah.
Hey,
And
this is no offense. Yo, xa blow it up,
no,
you can walk. That South African
Chris.
girl said, yo, bamba.
And Usher smoked Chris on that joint, huh? Because
On
it
what? New
kind of
Flame?
was a versus, yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Because they'd always been compared, so it's like that was the first time
That was
officially. It was
fire,
like,
though.
okay, here they are, they
Yeah.
together.
That was to see like two males who had a high standard
Because even on
come
the
together on
vid,
a
it kind
song.
of was a versus.
But boo, and from ngalo booty, boo, boo, boo.
Uba Chris,
Yeah.
uyamzonda.
No, I don't hate anyone, Shame, but
Uyamzonda bese Chris. Chris nyamzonda kanti.
no.
No arcade
No.
uyamzonda.
No. I don't hate these people. I don't know these people. I
Yeah.
can't hate them when I don't know
You
them.
just cancelled them.
I didn't cancel them. That's not my place. And your fan, I was never like.
Never.
I just
Kelly
gave you
fan.
my top five. Was any of
Okay,
those
but
people
a fan,
in there?
a fan, not
No.
they your goats, but you're not a fan.
The only time I really heard R. Kelly was at like a family reunion or something, like doing,
Stepping to the name of
you know,
love.
doing the Casper slide. But I wasn't willingly gonna put on Mr. Kelly.
That's crazy.
With
That's
the,
the
I feel like
king
with
of
the,
R&B.
can I tell you with the males in R&B, like I'm more predated. Like I love, you know, like Luther Vandross. That was my favorite R&B male, like
Okay.
from before Usher's time. The first CD I ever listened
Luther was
to.
that nigga.
The first CD I ever listened to was a Luther Vandross nigga. So like, hey, a Luther Vandross CD.
Okay, Boys to Men.
Yes, I love Boys to
Yeah,
Men
Boyz
as
II Men
well.
were the
Yes,
niggas.
Boys to Men I would probably be in my top 10.
Hmm.
Like if we talk Boys to Men is definitely there. And Drew Hill. I love Drew Hill.
Drew Hill
Yeah.
was the shit too.
Yeah.
Jodeci, no?
Jodeci is
Casey
cool
and
too.
JoJo.
Casey and JoJo was cool too. I just think they made too many "I'm sorry I cheated on you" songs. Like it got boring at some point.
But
like
that is the fabric of R&B music.
uzawucheata kude kube yinini. You've been apologizing to me for a whole album now, and it's not changing. How many more times can you say, "Baby, I'm sorry"? How many more times can you
sorry,
cry in the
baby.
rain? Like, you know,
It's the 90s, bitch. What else are we gonna do?
like must progress. Like at least let's go from uchita and then uyeke chate. Now we're singing about uchata, but when go uti, I'm sorry.
Mm.
You
Do you
know?
like what R&B has progressed into since you're speaking about it progressing? Because it always was. I'm sorry, I want you back, like in the 90s, 80s.
Yeah, but it was at least like in a nice, cute, demure way back then. Hey, like now,
I don't know
everyone's.
if it was demure. Like,
I swear she
niggas
my
were crying
bitch.
their
I
balls
take her
out.
for the shit. I fuck her with a I
Which is
slap
why
her
I'm
on the.
asking. It's like, do you like the new R&B?
No.
Yeah, it's a bit thuggish.
Yeah, like I'm guys waiting to begin like just a bit. Just a bit. Like people aren't like, you know, they aren't saying they're gonna give you the world, you know, they're gonna make the sun stop turning. Which was all cap, duh. But it was the thoughts that counts where to, you know, the
You like
subtle
the sweet
romance,
lies?
you know? The subtle romance. You know?
Are you a
Like
feminist?
Aluta continue.
What does that mean? Is that a yes?
Aluta continue. Yes.
You're fighting that struggle?
Yeah.
Okay.
And like I feel like I'm hesitant to agree to that even though I am because of like what people have turned that into, what people have turned feminism into.
Oh, so you
But
like
yeah,
the original feminist, not the
I just feel like the movement wants everybody to be equal. If I can give equal, you know, weight, if I can pull my weight, I should not be treated a certain way because I look a certain way, you know? I should not be seen for how I look first. Like I'd like to be seen as a human first, just how I'm gonna see someone else as a human first.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
fair. That's fair.
Just fair game. Like
That's fair. So becoming now your own R&B singer in SA, did you look at the game and feel like, because we don't have much of a R&B game,
yeah.
like it's quite
It's
small.
hard, yeah.
Did you look at that at all, or were you just like, fuck it, I'm just gonna go?
I was just like, fuck it, I'm just gonna go.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that because definitely saying fuck it, I'm just gonna go if you just come out with the album also.
Yeah, I think I was taking a chance on myself, and I've just been taking constant chances on myself.
Yeah. So what does that look like for you? Are you like, you have dreams of becoming the biggest star in the world, or
Yes. You know, lately I'm becoming more comfortable with accepting that I want the big stuff too. Like, I used to be so modest for no reason, and like I'm still fighting that thing. But you know that thing of like, no, I mustn't dream too big now, like baby steps. And now I'm just like, no, like I'm
fuck the
entitled
humility?
to want the big stuff too. If I work at the level that I work at, and if I work at a level that's gonna get me there, and I feel like I work hard. Like I feel like my motto is just to keep going. So
Yeah. Also, almost every time I see you, like either going to studio or coming from studio. So I kind of believe they work hard
yeah,
because people, a lot of people say that. It's
yeah,
like,
real. You have to.
they work
But are you
hard.
actually working hard, or are you
Yeah, it's
just
like,
partying?
do you party?
Now and then, but not that much.
Not
No.
a big party girl.
Nah,
You
no.
don't come off as well. You've done pretty big things though. Also, like you've worked with what? Okay, so the nasty is like, is that your biggest favorite moment? Because you
I'm
have the
from
Calvin
Durban, so
moment
yes.
also.
Yeah, but you see, it's tricky.
Yeah,
But I
yeah,
think personal favorites would be the Nasty collab.
yeah.
Yeah, like just
Is it your
getting
goat?
that. Yeah, I'd say so. Yes, actually, like
Can
oh my
feel it
God,
coming off of
I can feel its way. Hip hop medium, son.
Yeah, because as soon as his name came up, you
That like I think Nasty's super dope, and I
he
think
is.
even as a young kid in Durban, that was the person we were listening to. Like he was coming up around the time when I was still in school, and so we
Yeah.
were watching this kid who could rap so well and was so artistic and so confident, and it was inspiring. And at the time, obviously, as much as I didn't want to be a musician, I still just thought he was cool. So when I then transitioned into being a musician, one of the people that I wanted to work with locally was definitely Nasty.
Definitely him, ne? Where's he from? He's not from the names, ne?
No, I'm not sure, but Durban
You're
too.
not one of the people who would like go to his crib when he's around in Devon.
No.
You're not that type of.
Oh no.
Because I'm assuming people do that, no? Because
No.
like he's the kid's star. It's like, oh, if he's around, then all the kids go to
I
his
hear
house
you.
if they know where his house is.
Yeah. I don't
You're
know where
not
his
that
house
deep
is.
into the
Eh,
fandom.
I mean, I don't think I'd ever want to know where my favorite artist's house is as a fan. I think that's just stalkery.
You're not on that level of
If my fan went to extreme
comes
lengths
to
to
the
find
crib.
out where I live,
Mm.
yeah, I don't know how I'd feel about that. So yeah.
So why Bad Weather? Why was that the title of the album?
Bad weather
Was it the bad hair,
was
bad weather thing?
no,
Sorry.
no. So growing up, I was like I said, my granny was a nurse, so I spent a lot of time alone at home.
Mm.
And one of my biggest fears, like as a child, like that small fear of mine was being stuck in like a thunderstorm or like in heavy rain, and my mom or my granny isn't there, something like that. Like just
That's
childish,
adorable.
yeah, just a childish fear. And I still to this day don't really like the rain, and like I think people don't get it. Like I am the type of person who'll cancel plans because it just started raining.
What? That's
Yeah.
like allergic to the rain.
Yeah. Like, I mean, obviously, if I'm caught in the rain, now I'm just like, oh, damn, let me catch my L and move on. But if I have a chance to stay at home, like it's pouring, it's raining, even if I'm fully dressed,
Yeah.
best, and then if I hear, forget about it.
So even if it's just rain, no thunder,
I
no
mean, with
lightning.
rain, like if I'm going indoors, maybe, but I really have to like want to go outside.
So magnes and for you, it's like, fuck it.
Suke sekuthiwe hlala phansi.
That is so
Not
dramatic.
every time, obviously, but like a
That's
lot of
dramatic.
times, if vele bengafuna ukuya lapho, like a little rain is gonna be like, oh, okay, that's the
Khona washawa
sign.
izulu in
Yeah?
as a kid, omazi.
Is there someone? I think
Because this has to be trauma or something.
actually, yes. No, but this happened recently. But no, no one got like hit by. I think it was just that thing
What
of
happened recently? Khona washawa izulu.
yeah.
Uba washawa
Shem
izulu.
usisi omncane, but that's besides the point.
Is it? That's
Hey,
crazy.
uzinga uzongikhipha izindaba zethu ke la moving on.
Hayi
But yeah,
bofes waphila.
yeah,
Oh damn.
people do
Who
live.
rise?
They survived that. Yes, she's good. She's great.
Unama superpowers.
We'll see if she becomes the Flash in like 3
Or
years
something.
or something.
So how did that happen? I'm sorry. Now I'm
I
prying.
don't know. I don't know.
Nama ngangifihlela.
I don't know. I really don't know. Like, how does lightning just hit someone with accuracy? I don't know.
Yeah, that's crazy. Because
Yeah.
that's also a fear of mine, especially because I'm tall.
Same.
So like as soon as
You feel like you
I feel like
you wouldn't be able to dodge it, ne?
yeah. I
Ish.
feel like it's gonna come for me.
Nah, I doubt. I don't know, hey?
That's crazy. So when you asked her what she said, it was like you don't want to talk about it.
Yeah.
Okay.
She's my baby. Like I have younger
I mean, it's cool
siblings
because she
only.
survived. So that's kind of cool. It's like I got
It is
struck by
cool.
lightning and lived.
It is cool. I think.
Yeah. It's like shit. What are you gonna tell me?
Yeah, because she just kind of laughed about it. Like, haha, yeah, but I'm cool now.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
So then why do you have the trauma? Because I shy out now.
No, didn't. But like I said, like that thing of thunder at night, you're alone, you're a small bikini baby, you
Also
know.
from those moments.
Yeah, but I think it just grew into like a bigger fear of like being left alone in general, like abandonment and all of that stuff. So that's what that album was sort of like a tribute to. I wrote it to sort of get over that fear of like abandonment and, you know, this fear of people all disappearing.
You felt abandoned as a kid?
No.
So where's the fear coming from? Also, you did say you were alone. Your grandmom's was working.
But that was circumstantial. But it's not like she chose to abandon me. She didn't abandon me.
Yeah,
She was
I'm
there
asking
when
you
she
how
could
you
be.
felt. If you felt abandoned.
I didn't feel abandoned, no. Yeah. Yeah.
Why are you?
By my what?
Akuthinta abandonment. That's how we time.
Yeah, just asking deep questions.
Oh, sometimes it must be deep. Kancane.
No.
Kancane uba deep.
Yeah.
You're not a like to get deep person.
I do, but like I
How's
can.
a poetic girl not wanting to get deep? Like what is
Actually,
that?
the poetic girls, we are the ones who don't want to get deep because we know once we start, you get too deep. So rather just keep it surfing,
Come on,
man.
let's try and get depth.
It's depth.
Telling your story, just tap yourself.
In the days of the dark, the best solution, pakisha umthwalo, uyoshabeni.
When's the journey?
Uyoshabeni.
You go, pleb.
Uyoshabeni. Those who get it will get it. After this, I will school you.
It just made me feel like my Zulu's not enough.
I don't know, maybe.
I was trying a poem.
Um,
Do you still write poems?
I do. Let me see.
I feel like I should write poems. Like,
in front of me is a Valpre, and next to me is Zinga. The lights are on, but is anybody home?
The end.
Silence.
Wow.
Yeah.
You're amazing.
Thank you so
It's
much.
that easy for you.
Thank you. I just feel so connected to my art. This how some people be sounding and they're describing the most mid thing ever. I just feel so connected to my art, you know.
Your sarcasm is top tier. It's like you're very quick to go to it to deflect. You just go.
I did karate as a kid. I learned how to dodge.
Are you chill with boys, girl?
I grew up a tomboy and I had like a few friends who were girls growing up. But yeah, I was more like comfortable around Bruce. Yeah.
I can sense that off of you.
Yeah.
Even the banter, the style of play is.
But like, I'm still like a girl's girl. And now that I'm getting older, like I'm starting to tap into my femininity and,
Becoming more of a girl.
you be late.
Be late.
Yes. Until
Yeah, but you. Angazi.
why are you saying ngifuna ukuba as in it's an upcoming thing coming up
That's
next?
what you made it sound
No,
like.
ngilady.
I'll tell you, Satsepa in.
Yeah, it's a constant thing. But yeah.
So how do you become the songbird that everyone's running to?
I think just the support. I feel like people just love the music, and the more I've been putting out, the more people have been gravitating towards it and just showing me love. I did a heavy feature run as well. There was a time between like 2021 and 2023 where I just did a whole lot of features, and I think that just consistency. I think people understand now that if I'm gonna be on a song, I'm gonna do my utmost best not to disappoint, and I probably won't disappoint.
So Bad Weather was what year?
2022.
2022.
Yeah.
Okay. So that's your breakout. So you're very new. Because it's what? That's like 2 years.
Yeah. Because I'd say my breakout was more Fool Me, the Calvin Momo joint.
Yeah.
That was like the real boom. We're here.
Yeah. It was
But that was still in 2022 because that was December 2022. So yeah, 2022 was like my breakout year.
Here you are.
Here I am.
How did he find you?
We have a mutual friend called Baby Sun, who's also on the
Shout out to Baby Son.
Shout out to Baby Sun, very good friend of mine. He's also on the songs that I was on Calvin's album, so that's Fool Me and Imvula. So yes, Sun called me and was like, "Yo, pull up to this session. I'm working with this artist, and he'd really love to work with you. He heard your album. He had heard Bad Weather."
Yeah.
So then I pulled up to the studio, and the rest is history. We made the music, and the music.
And you have a couple Calvin joints, no?
I've got 3 in total.
That's kind of. So that means Drizzy's heard you because he's a Calvin fan.
Yeah, he has. I remember the one time OVO Radio playlisted Fool Me. Yeah,
Fire.
so he's definitely heard
You'd
the gal.
do the collab even though you're a Kendrick girl? If he reached out?
If it was a fire song, yes.
What do you mean if it was a fire song?
For me, it's like music based. This is my brand. Like
he makes fire songs. You trying to say he doesn't make fire songs?
Ooh, you're very good at what you do. I'll give you that. You've been trying to catch me, and I feel like I was almost caught.
Stop. That's my job. Don't do my job. That's my role.
We both have mics in front of us.
Okay, fair.
It's a conversation.
So you're not a Drake fan? Because it feels like... Why you start explaining
I am a Drizzy. I am a Drizzy fan. I'd like too many songs to not say like I'm a Drake fan. I think he's cool. He's got a lot of like good music that I will sing. Yeah.
You ever did any Drake covers?
No. If we're counting, I'm trying to think if I did the Drake version or the summer version of Girls Need Love, because I once did a cover of Girls Need Love in high school. Yeah, no, I don't think I've ever done it.
You were in high school when that song came out?
Yeah.
The pause and stare is crazy. Why
people think I'm so old? I'm literally
you're a baby,
young lady. Oh, I ain't no baby. I'm a young lady.
Okay, young lady.
Yeah,
sorry.
I'm a young lady. I'm a mamacita. We can say that. A young.
The success of the Calvin joint, that didn't make you feel kind of trapped to have to keep busting down out there on the annos?
No and yes. No and yes, because one, I always just make what I want to make, and I always just, want to keep the music as original as possible, no matter what genre it is. Yes, because I did understand that people love me on that sound. And at the end of the day, as much as I'm making music for myself, at some point in your career, you end up like having to also balance between making sure the people, are
Yeah.
going to accept what you're going to give them, and you have to put them first too. So I do listen to my people and I know what they want to hear from me. So that's the era that I'm in now, is juggling, giving a bit of both, doing what I want to do and what, some of my core fans enjoy, and then doing what, some of my other core fans enjoy who want to hear the piano, and just giving people good music in general. I
Yeah.
think I'm really trying to stray away from being so genre focused and like even using the terminology, just making good
Just
music.
make 5 joints,
Yeah.
no? Yeah, that's dope. So, yeah, no project on the way? No?
I can't
Not
say
that
no,
deep.
no, no. I can't say no. No, I love piano and I love making piano, but it has to feel original to me. Like, for instance, you're unlikely going to hear me on a skija track, because
Yeah.
I can dance to skija. I love skija. I love gomo, but it doesn't necessarily feel natural to me.
To
And maybe
you,
one
huh?
day that'll change. I feel like as artists, we say things now and then it changes. Your artistry can change. But for now, where I'm at, it doesn't feel natural to me. So I just really want to perfect the sound that feels natural to me and give that to the people, something that they will also love and enjoy,
Yeah.
and something I will be proud of. So yes, I can definitely say there is a project on the way, but I can't say when.
Kelvin producing.
I can't say
You heard
who's
it here first
producing.
on Chuck. Come on. It's near my exclusive, man.
The thing, I don't know. Like I almost looked into the camera and gave it away. No,
Yeah, no.
let's just say I'm doing a joint. I might be doing a joint project with a very good piano producer and DJ who's also a very good friend of mine. Everybody love him. When you think who's killing it right now, the young cats, CE or
Yeah.
Yanga in piano, consistency, music, production. It's been getting a lot of hype.
Yeah. Tough. I don't know.
Because uhlezi uhleli
Australia, vez.
namanik.
Ngiyinika vez.
Real,
Ngizowenza njani?
real. How do you feel about the fact that Amanika went chilling with Ghana?
What do you mean? For ratting?
Huh?
What are you talking about?
No, at that when he was here, like I feel like hip hop artists come here and chill with.
Oh, cause he chilled with the Janos niggas.
Yeah, I heard like a few cats were.
Yeah, I kind of saw that conversation. It was, oh, he came
Yeah.
here and he didn't. He minds the rappers.
Damn. How do you feel about that? As Lord of Schwansberg,
Imagine.
my lord, step into the court.
Um, it's tough.
Ish.
It's tough. It's you know,
Yeah.
it's heart wrenching. But I think better days are ahead.
Real.
Yeah.
And one thing that will never die is hip hop culture.
Yeah, like
The
especially in
fashion, the
real life,
movement, the
like
culture. Yeah. We
yeah,
all love hip hop. Like, yeah.
and we all live it.
hmm
How did you link with Nasty? Your dream
The
come true.
yes, the nasty link was so crazy. So I got a call from my
Nasty
manager.
link sounds
The
crazy.
nasty link. Actually, hey, got a call from my manager at the time, and she was like, "What are you doing tomorrow?" Nasty's team just called me. They want you to fly to Cape Town to be on his album, and this was when he was recording "I Love It
I
Here."
love it here. Yeah.
So I was like, "What? Yes, let's go!" I was so excited, like I couldn't believe it.
Crazy.
I think I didn't believe it all the way to like the airports. I was thinking, tomorrow they're gonna call me and say, "Ish, this is what," like how in our industry, like we can plan things, but sometimes things just don't
Yeah.
work out. But no, like it's a thing of I get my boarding pass. I'm like, oh, this is real. Okay,
I'm
cool.
going there.
So it's me and my road manager. We go to Cape Town. Get to Cape Town. GLE picks us up. I'm like, oh, okay, per, get in the GLE, go to the mansion, I'm like, okay, private chef,
Mention it
mansion,
is.
it's a private chef. Nje kumnandi.
Ushubile unesti, ne?
Hey, I won't lie. Like the hospitality was so amazing. Like
Fine.
that was my first time like working with an artist who put so much attention into making sure his guests were happy. Like, are
Yeah.
you like? And he really emphasized how it's part of the album narrative. Like, I love it here. So if I'm bringing people out to a space they're not familiar with, and I'm
Fine.
making a project called I Love It Here, they have to love where they are. Like, they have to enjoy where they are. So yeah,
Dope.
got there. They played me the song as soon as I got there, and I think like within like 30 to 40 minutes, I laced "Use and Seduce," yeah, which is the song that is now on.
Yo,
Um,
the pen is on fire.
Come on.
You got it on
Come
you.
on. But it was such a good song. Like it was so easy for me to just do my thing on that song. Yeah.
Yeah, he's a good
And
song guy.
after that, that's where I met Teleman properly as well. And I remember the one time I walked into one of the studios and Teleman was working on the beat for tonight, which is on my EP, The Waiting Room. And I was like, this is super fire. Can I please jump on? So I
Yeah.
jumped on. We got Nasty to record a verse. And then, yeah, the rest is history. Both the songs ended up coming out.
You just went and fetched 2 for 2 out there.
Ish, just quick one.
That's crazy for that to be your goat, and then you go just do 2 for 2 and
Just
come
like
back.
work
That's
with
like,
him, like crazy, right?
how long were you there for?
We were there for like a week, and I remember we were like at the club. We played. He like debuted his new music at what's that club in Cape Town? Coco, I think. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but we were at the club and like, that was my experience of like hearing my music in the club, and everybody gonna like it because, it's nasty C. But yeah.
That's fire. So the whole week in Jinsha, I'm a private chef, I'm a GLE,
Let's just say it was a beautiful experience.
It
Yeah.
sounds like one.
It was a beautiful experience.
Does
And you
that
hear it in the album, like the music is very
yeah,
well
it
thought out.
feels that way, yeah, definitely. Does that inspire you to like get to them levels where now you're flying us out to Cape
Washa.
Town?
I mean, yes, I do want to get to a level where I can do what needs to be done for the art, like and
Yeah.
every artist wants to get to the level where awusafuni ukucabanga ngemali, like you don't want to stress about
Yeah.
the budgets. Like that B word is stressful for Bruce, like it's stressful, but yeah.
That's fire. Konje,
How do you all do this? Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh my gosh!
what?
This podcast stuff.
What happened now?
Like the whole time, like I'm just trying to be Jamia, say the right things.
Yini uyaphela kancane phakathi. Indaba bakuthethe iside before uzala.
No.
Make sure
No,
you
not even. It's just that, I never want to be caught slipping. Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
But also, like, just how I grew up. So, my mom is a former music manager as well.
Oh, okay.
So, even when I was going into music, her thing was always PR, babe. PR. What do you
Yo.
say? What do you look like?
Is
What are
she gonna
you
watch this?
tweeting? Probably. She watches everything I say. Shout out, mom.
Shout out, moms. We
And
love
dad.
you. Thank
and
you for
everybody. Love you.
Nanette.
But yeah.
Did they ever like panic about you doing music?
Yes. In fact, at first they weren't very happy with it. Ugogo nje washo nje
That's
Sanam,
Jay. Fuck.
awuyenzi leyo nto.
Damn.
It's like you're going to school and you're gonna go to school and get your degree. And I tried.
Did your best.
I tried. I did my best. And I think I just didn't balance it out. Like so eventually I got academically excluded from school. Imagine. And I was such a smart kid, but I just wasn't spending time at school.
Yeah.
Like. And now am I gonna spend time at school? I've got to go to studio with Calvin Momo. I've got to, yeah, I'm there. I'm everywhere. And in between I'm tired, like, in between I'm tired, yo.
I'm tired.
Even if I'm at lectures, there's no time to like fully have my brain on. I'm tired.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't regret it though.
How could you? You're doing
I
well.
don't regret it. I don't regret it, but I think I do understand the importance of why our parents said we must do it. Like the whole school thing, I do get it, especially in a country like South Africa. But do I personally regret it? No.
But now nje ama-degree abasebenzi.
Ish,
So
it's a
kuyafiwa
tricky one.
regardless.
Exactly, you know, you regardless. But I think it's a great advantage to have it, you know, because even if the opportunity doesn't open up land, I quite opportunities out the country.
Or
Like,
can't, you know?
mm.
Yeah, it's safe. So manje bathini pho usu-exclude wena.
Yo, ish,
Amanga mfethu
that was
awuzwa.
crazy. Oh, my heart just broke all over again. Shame, like,
You broke their hearts
yeah, like low key, but I think because they were seeing that there's trajectory, like
with the
they were
music.
able to be okay with it. And I remember the one person who supported me a lot was my aunt, my late aunt. Like I think she might have been the first person I told, and she was also disappointed. But her thing was, this thing that you're doing looks like it's gonna get somewhere, and her thing was also she didn't want me to be another artist in the family who like just let go of their dream because they're scared it won't work out, or like, you know,
Yeah.
bacinga la nto yoba I need to get a job, I need to do things this traditional way. So her thing was like, Nettie, if you feel like you're the one who's gonna do it for our family, do it. But don't just, you
Take us
know,
to the promised land.
yeah, don't just give up on it. And she was also the big reason why, in all the moments I would want to give up, like she would be the person saying, "You can't give up. Like you've worked so hard, you've been through so much, you've fought your way inside. So why give up now? Like once you've finally broken through the door and you have people watching you."
Yeah,
But yeah,
that's fine. Shout out to her.
shout out to her.
R.I.P. What were you waiting for in the waiting room?
What was I waiting for?
Yeah.
I think it was more the people were waiting. Like the waiting room was like a concept about how it took a while for me to drop my follow up project after bad weather. For me, it didn't really feel like a while because I did want people to sit with bad weather for a little bit longer. But I understand in the current music market, people consume music so fast that they want
Yeah.
music consistently.
On drop day, they say, when are we getting more
Yeah.
music? Like,
A
nigga.
week after you drop, they're asking, but when are you dropping new music though? Whoa, mate, slow
Like,
your
what?
roll, damn. Like, but yeah,
Oh, you felt like you had kept them waiting.
yeah, I felt like I kept them waiting, and I just felt like I also went through so much waiting before, you know, the waiting room came out. There was a lot that changed. I had just recently left Universal, and with me leaving Universal, there was a pause in the music because, you know, I had to figure out who I was going to distribute through and all of that stuff. um I was figuring out, you know, my management situation. A lot was changing at the time.
Yeah,
So, and I couldn't necessarily speak about it in like public, but I just hoped that the people would stay in the waiting room with me, knowing that when I do drop, it's going to be worth it.
that's fine.
Yeah.
So who took you in after UMG?
I started my own label after I left UMG called MBJ Entertainment. And then I signed a distro deal with Sony. So, yeah, I dropped the
Fine.
waiting room under Sony.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. And then from there, I moved management to ACA.
I heard.
Yeah, yeah. So ACA manages me,
They do good work.
and yeah, they do, they do.
They manage McLaren as well.
Yeah,
Nasty as well.
McLaren, Nasty, Tyler, Pearl
Sheesh.
Tusi, very
You
star-studded
being in that
roster,
roster is,
right? We're doing big things, man. We're in the
hey,
big league now.
come on now.
We're not playing, but yeah,
Come on, grandmoms.
we're not playing Gogo. But yeah, from there I went into a partnership with Exodus, which is a new label by my partners who are also my managers. So they have Exodus, the label.
Yeah,
And yeah, I'm currently in that. We just dropped Bad and Money Can't Save Me.
I saw that.
Yes.
And how's that going?
It's going well. The people are receiving it very well. Please do watch the visualizers that we put
Yeah.
out for that.
I was about to say, you take your visualizer brand thing very seriously. It's like
Yeah.
you're, but I guess come from
I'm
your theater
trying. Yeah.
background, no?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I have that background and I've always loved movies and I'm just such a visual learner. I think it's it's always been a dream of mine to tell my story in as many ways as possible, including visual ways, you know?
Yeah.
So,
You also ended up on the MT album.
yes, I did.
Fire.
Yeah, and that was a huge song as well. Is a
Yeah,
huge
yeah,
song.
yeah.
Is a
It's
huge
one of the
song.
favorites from the album. That's dope. So,
Thank you.
who do you still have to work with from your personal list of people that you're a fan of?
So many. Oh my word, so many. In Africa, I still want to work with Rema.
Ish.
Yeah, I still want to work with
Yeah,
Rema.
yeah,
I want to work with like, you know, a Tiwa Savage. Um, I want to work with like an Amare. There's a lovely girl from Ghana called Molly. Um, there's so many people across the world. Yo, the list is even longer there. But
South
who's
Africa, Baboni, like, hey, fuck.
no man, not in not like that. Okay,
Who's
let me think. In South Africa, well, in South Africa, I've worked with a lot of people that I love. You know, I mean, there's still people I haven't worked with yet, like a Michaela Jones, who I'd still love to work with.
Michaela's
Shekinah, I'd love to work with Shekinah.
dope.
Who else would I love to work with? Enye ingxaki is that apha ungatsho one name umntu abe offended because khange umthethe, and it's like chomi ndikulibele in the moment. It's not because
Ingakho ngikukhuza ukuthi hayi bo
ingakho
ungabashiyi
mina
phela.
ngikhuza wena ukuthi asiyeke
Oh,
yala ngibathanda
ngiyakufaka in.
bonke. Ngibathanda bonke.
Would you do a collab project with like another vocalist?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would. There's
Is
someone
that
who
a thing in
actually
R&B?
there's someone who actually said that all the R&B girlies should like do a project, and I would be down to do that.
That would be dope. That would be dope.
Ayike but mina ngithi sibamba ulayini wonke umuntu athi ha top 10 abakwazi ukuthi ha, that's the album.
Are you scared of the net? The net.
Um hey,
That's uyabasaba nje.
ngisabumuntu yazi but hey kancane, like only because like I never, you know, shame, like I'm a nice person. I don't ever want to be taken out of context or anything like that, but also ungangijwayeli kabi type thing, you know. But I've learned ukuthi you could say anything and someone will be upset at it, or someone will question it, or someone will think
Anything.
anything. Like I could say those lights are green and someone will come to me and say, no, but they're not green, they're fluorescent blue. You know, so you know, you'll never make people happy.
Yeah.
But yeah, am I scared of the internet? I'm learning not to be.
Yeah. Because it kind of becomes a cage when you allow
When you
the
allow it
fear,
to take over you, yeah. I'm learning not to be.
So what album this year or what are we doing? Or
This
that
year,
Yano's project with Kelvin Mama. That's all we're doing.
this year we're definitely doing more music. Not necessarily the album, but I am working on the album, and that is gonna come soon. So in the meantime, just dropping a lot of the vibes that I've been keeping from people in the vaults that I feel like need to come out.
Yeah. Oh, that's dope. Bye, boyfriend.
The joint project is with Sticks. There's Zinga. You couldn't even guess Sticks. Like,
And that's fire because he just went back to back with who was he with just now? Was it
I don't
with
know.
Pori?
I don't
think he
know.
was at Maluku and Jado going back to back with was it Pori or Kabza? And people were like, I'm reading the comments like, hey, Sticks is crazy.
He's super talented.
It's the one, yeah?
Yeah, he's super talented, yeah.
We had any boyfriend there?
No, I said he's a good friend of mine. When did boyfriends come
Because
into?
ngikubuze yazi my boyfriend, that's what confess who Sticks.
Oh, no, that was just my brain. Like,
It was finally coming out.
yeah, my brain was just like thinking about it at that moment.
I feel like it's,
Boyfriend? No, I don't have a boyfriend.
Why?
What for?
That's a friend, male friend. Don't do that stuff. I feel like it's so unfair because I only asked the females about their love life. I never asked the niggas.
Yeah, they got interesting love lives. Oh, they doing
Is that
crazy things.
misogynistic
What?
of me to only ask the females about their love life?
I mean, it's like asking if a fish swims in water.
What, with the niggas or with the girls?
With the girls. But like, even if I do say you're misogynistic, it's not like I'm, you know, there isn't other places where they're gonna ask me who I'm dating. It's just
Yeah, because it kind of is a thing with like,
Yeah.
especially like,
I feel like with stars in general, but with women
Yeah.
way more. Like it's like people want to know who we're
Yeah,
dating
man.
so much, and it's like,
Ba umuntu wakho mfethu.
why?
Why
Akekho.
umfihla?
Ngifihla ba?
Umfihlelani?
No, guys,
Umfowethu, come
akekho.
on,
Akekho
mdumise.
shame umfowethu. Akekho umfowethu. There is no
Wamlahla?
boyfriend. Eh?
Wamlahla?
I was in
Mawusuba
a long
famous.
term. I was in a long term relationship, like with my high school sweetheart, but I'm not in that relationship
Oh,
anymore.
bangani?
Nothing.
Oh.
My career really just comes first, Zinga. Like I'm busy.
Wamlahlela umculo. Nasty work, Nanette. Come on.
Firstly, I didn't say whether I broke up with this person or not. I just said I'm not in that relationship anymore.
Ah, big dog, she did you dirty. Are you a nasty nigga?
No.
I feel like,
No.
umlahleleni pho?
Yeah? This
Umlahleleni.
feels like an interrogation. Oh my
Kancane,
word.
we're almost out of here. Just some personal, kancane.
Ngangimlahleleni.
Mm.
Um, like I said, I think my career is so important right now, and I am big on being a very present like partner. I really want to be a great partner for my person, and when I see that I just can't do that, like because there's something else I'm focused on, and I can't necessarily shift my focus, rather I leave than putting you through it. Also, he didn't live in the same province. Like he lived in the Val, which is not that far, but it's like if it's also gonna be such
High
a
school
hassle.
sweetheart, sasevale.
Hey, yabona-ke manje usuzongibuza i-life story yami yonke-ke manje. Just connect the dots another day. Don't mind about connecting the dots today.
Okay,
Ama-dots,
okay.
they don't connect, I know, but
Okay.
yeah.
It's
I,
fine.
I even like, I even had my dad fly him down to be my matric dance partner, shame.
That's fire.
Yeah,
Shout out to
like
your
we flew him
dad
out
for actually doing that.
from the Val to PE.
Yeah.
Mm.
Did you get best dressed or what?
No, we didn't have that thing at our school. Did we?
Didn't care.
Can't remember. No, I don't think I cared much.
Back share like
But
the famous niggas.
I did get can you call it like cheating if you find out someone's talking to someone? What do you think actually? Can you call that cheating?
If what happened?
If like I catch you literally actively flirting to someone on the phone and you're saying like crazy things, like crazy things. You're
But
saying like you're chatting
crazy-
after 10 p.m. things.
But crazy how? Like, I want you or I'm
No,
dying
no, no, no.
about
We're
it.
well
Or
past the
just
stage of wanting. We've already wanted each other and had each other now. Like it's like a thing of now you're saying, yo, soon as I get home, soon as I get back into the city,
business.
it's me and you.
Is
And
that cheating?
I saw that at my matric dance. Like
From Big Dog.
yeah.
Damn. What you snoop? How you snooping to the phone at the matric
The
dance?
nigga was sitting next to me. I didn't have to snoop.
Oh, you're cheating next to you.
Yes.
Oh, you flew
So
this
it's
nigga down and he's doing nasty
cabang,
shit
eh.
like this.
Uzothi ngibambi ikolo, like uzothi nje I'm holding a grudge if he watches this. But yeah, that's my truth way too, and it's not like it didn't happen.
Did you confront him?
Oh, wemchana ndihleli phaya, I'm like, and then when umuntu avula game, like then he like rushed back to I don't know what he was playing, like Candy Crush or something. I was like, no, like you're not gonna open a game now. Like I saw
Candy
what you
Crush
said.
also at the matric dance. What are we doing?
I saw what you said, you know, but
Namborekile.
angazi mhlawumbe bebhorekile yena.
Why
I
it's
don't
in now?
know. Hey?
Why it's in now?
Like, Zinga. You want me to relive my trauma? Bangitshitele ngimncane, like, yeah. So kids in high school, you're gonna have fun.
Mm.
Just books before boys because boys bring babies. Do you know that one? B B B B B B.
That was the first time I heard it.
Books before boys because boys bring babies.
I'm the lord of.
Of what? Books or babies?
Both.
I mean, you didn't know Chimamanda Ngozi Adichie. I don't know if you can say a lot of books,
Nah,
but maybe the
not the
babies. I don't
books.
know. The babies can confirm.
Yeah, it's in my intro.
Washa.
So Yeah, I
But
think we
yeah,
need to get into the books though. Do you have an outro poem for us so that we can leave you alone? I feel like I've interrogated too much of you. What haven't
this
you
was a
told
fun
us?
interrogation, though. What
Yeah,
haven't
at
you
least it
asked?
wasn't. Yeah, well,
Yeah, I know. What haven't you asked?
what haven't I asked her? You guys have questions for Nanette? No personal questions, please.
Let's see how personal
He's
your channel.
like,
Actually, let's see. I'm curious. Not that I'll answer it, but let's see. Maybe it's something I can answer.
what legacy would you like to leave the game? Because it doesn't have a mic, so I'm repeating
Mhm.
it for the people at home.
The legacy I would love to leave the game with is one of consistency, one of a high quality of music and art in general, one of authenticity. I always want people to feel like it is the most authentic music that they'll hear from me. Um, one of community. I want my music to bring communities together, and I want it to help them grow together. I think I'm not trying to make music that's going to divide my community. No. What other legacy am I trying to leave? I'm trying to leave a very strong performance legacy as well. I think I'm a heavy performer. Like I love performance, and if I could, just leave that mark when it comes to excellent performers and excellent performance within South Africa, Africa, and the world, I'd be happy.
That's such a fire answer. It's like you had that ready.
I
It's
didn't.
like you prepared that. That's
Maybe
shit.
I.
That's fire. And
Mm,
your advice to the young girls, besides the what was it, 5 Bs or 6 Bs,
the 7 Bs. Besides the 7 Bs, my advice to the
to
young
the young
girls:
vocalists out there that want to be just like you.
don't want to be just like me. That's my advice.
That's great advice.
Yeah, you should want to be like yourself. That's how I got to where I am. I want to be like myself. My competition is yesterday's me. That's who I'm competing with. I'm competing with the last show, the last song, the last project. But I don't want to look at other people and make them my competition, because whatever's in you is in you, and it's in you for a reason. I'm not gonna have into yako. It's your gift. It's your
Mm.
special something that you need to find and hone. So I think stick to stick to yourself and understand what you have to offer and believe in it and push it. And yeah, don't expect other people to encourage you as well. I think a lot of people expect
It's
encouragement.
a pause, no?
Don't expect support. You're not going to get support off the bat. You need to earn support.
Fire.
And yeah, keep your head down. Don't be, you know, don't let these weird people change your heart. If you're a good person, if you're someone who wants to lead with love, carry on leading with love no matter what happens, no matter what you go through. Don't let the industry like toughen you up too much. Yeah.
That's fire. Anything else, gentlemen? We're good? I love that. You're good?
hmm
Okay, but validity say again.
This was Chopping It with Bhuda T. I am your girl Nanette, aka Mama Bird, aka your favorite brown eyed girl on the planet. Goodbye. That was intense.
Well done.